Hi, my name is Blossom the Creativist, and for those of you guys who've been sleeping on the last 40-something videos I've made, I go to Mercer University, a private school that specializes in healthcare and medicine. When somebody specializes in something, that means they're putting their entire life, their resources, their money, all their beliefs into one thing. So with that being said, I want you guys to realize that Mercer specializes in medicine, meaning it doesn't specialize in cute boys. So if you're looking for someone to marry or a boyfriend or some type of relationship, I'm sorry, you will not find it yet. It doesn't specialize in parties. So if you're looking for a place to really let loose and have fun and be stressed with a whole bunch of people around you and get lit, you, my friend, are mistaken and you probably should go to a different school. Additionally, lots of people on the weekends, they're not here on the weekends, they leave because this place is boring. And of course, I want you guys to realize that Mercer does not specialize in room and board. I actually remember there was a time in the early 2000s when Mercer Hall, which is a dorm building, wasn't finished being built. So a lot of the people had to house in hotels. If that were me, I would have transferred like that because that's a huge waste of time and money. And the ultimate thing which brought me to this video is food. Mercer does not specialize in good food. I was always hearing things like, oh, the freshman 15, oh, you better eat nice, you better work out, better exercise. That is the biggest bluff I've ever heard. There is no such thing as the freshman 15 here, unless you're binging on Chick-fil-A or chocolate milk. I mean, the food here is... If you guys watch my other video on Mercer titled, I think, a month or less of Mercer, a little review that I made, you would hear that I actually didn't have much of a problem with the food. The food was like a hit or miss. But that's because I was eating salads all day. Now that I'm trying to build muscle and gain weight, I find it very difficult because lots of the food here is just not appetizing. And on top of that, the customer service here is not worth $2,500. Shout out to my blog post titled $2,500 for bugs in my pizza. First of all, let's talk about time. The times of operation for these eatery places, these dining halls are really awful. They're really bad, and yeah, they're definitely not worth $2,500. You guys probably don't like your schools because, oh, the food here sucks, not that great, but at least you guys have 24-hour food services. We don't have that. None of the food places here open 24 hours every day. I'm just gonna let you know that. Also, if you're a vegetarian after 8 o'clock and you wanna go to the caf, you are going to starve. The salad bar apparently takes the longest time to wrap up. They start wrapping it up about 30 minutes to an hour early before closing time. Let's say you're at a lecture, you're a vegetarian, or you just want to eat a nice salad and the lecture runs over time. You get out at 8 o'clock for some reason. You're gonna starve because the salad bar is plum. So there's these two Caucasian girls. Not that race matters, but just for this purpose. There's these two girls and they wanted to get a salad at like 8 o'clock. And let me just tell you that it closed at 8:30. Just want to get a salad, they walk in, the whole salad bar is pretty much gone. And while they go to the manager to complain about how it's so unreasonable for them to pack up so early, they heard the cafeteria people talking about them, pointing at them, cursing at them. Mind you, the cafeteria worker that was serving the salad bar, yeah, she was black. Not that it matters though, you know, just for this purpose. So the cafeteria worker was pointing at them, telling other people about the problem, started cursing, and these were grown women. These were grown people that should not have a problem with them saying nothing. They didn't say anything to them. They were just surprised at there's no food, and they paid almost $2,000 for no food. I already complained before that I've seen bugs in my food, and I think it's getting a little better because I haven't seen a roach in a while, so I think that's pretty good. But you still have to deal with negativity, you still have to deal with rude cafeteria workers, and that really isn't worth the money. That needs to be fixed. It could be that they're ex-convicts, because probably some of them are, like I discussed in my other video, or they're just really bitter people that don't know how to talk to other people and instead talk about them rudely while they can still hear it in earshot. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan and you want to go to Mercer University, you're not going to have a good time because these people will get so angry. They won't get angry with you, but they'll have attitude. they will serve you a heaping plate of attitude because you're so particular. We're picky eaters and they don't like that. But let me stop right there. If you are a vegan and you're trying to go to Mercer University, you need to transfer because there's pretty much nothing that you can eat besides soup. And the soup sometimes have meat in it, you know? Soup sometimes have meat in it, and they mix up the labels, and sometimes they have a vegetarian label on top of the soup with chicken, the chicken noodle soup, and it's not worth it. I would not accept the invitation. Nope, I would go to UGA or something else that would actually welcome people like me. Vegans, if you don't come here if you're a vegan, you will starve. And what's equally as stupid as the very, very expensive meal plan that you have to have, sorry, I have peanuts in my mouth, is the housing contract that you have to have if you're a freshman, sophomore, and junior. Meaning that you have to live on campus until you get to be a senior. Meaning you're getting ripped off. So the reasoning behind this is, oh, well, we just feel that you guys will have a beautiful, more connected learning environment if you guys are here on campus. And I'm just like, really? Because it sounds like you just want my money. So my advice for people who are considering going to Mercer University is ask yourself this question. Are you going here to pursue medicine or healthcare or something science related? If so, then this is probably the best school in Georgia for that, you know? Like, if you have the money to afford all that, it's about $49,000 a year. If you really want to invest in your education like that, go for it. If you're not really interested in a science major or healthcare, all that stuff, then you're paying for a lot of stuff that you don't need, such as Mercer on Mission. Apparently we're paying for that. And that's really when a bunch of pre-med students, some engineering students, and even some journalists go out to different countries and try to help them, better them in other ways. If that's you, then that's good. That's not me. And I'm paying for that. And you also are paying for stuff such as attitudes when you want to have food. And you're paying for a very very high, expensive meal plan that you have to have. Other universities like public schools, UGA, you don't need a meal plan to have a good education. So this is the thing about specializing. If you want to specialize in your profession, in your medical health profession, by all means. But if you want to specialize in not wasting your money, then I advise you to try and just look around for different schools. So I actually made this video because my mom forgot to pick me up in this spring break. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and don't forget about my website. I hope midterms weren't so bad for you guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful spring break, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! A pet peeve. People walking into a bathroom and saying, ew, it stinks, when somebody is obviously defecating. Well, did you expect it to smell like roses? I mean, like somebody's